Can you believe it? This week is the very last episode of Better Than Ice Cream. Yes, guys, week to week, I have been here with you, your host, Bashira, all the way from London, England, UK. We have been listening to the amazing, tintillating, exotically written, if I can say that, deeply traumatic in terms of the complication between our lead characters and their interaction with each other. We have been watching it roll out for the past 7 weeks. And today, guys, it is our last episode, the penultimate episode of the amazing love audio drama series, written by Diana Copeland and also produced by Diana Copeland, and it's been directed by Julia Sadinsky. So guys, if you don't already know, I am your host, Bashira. I am a singer, songwriter, vocal coach, voice coach, and actor, and also a producer. But I've been here week to week in the capacity as your host for the Love Audio Drama series. And guys, can you believe it? We've come to the last episode. What are we going to do? It's been such an amazing rollout in terms of storyline, where we've seen our two lead characters, Janie and Lance, come together for what looked like a really promising love relationship, for them to be abruptly pulled apart by their past in terms of their ex-partners. The fact that Stacey's come back into Lance's life pregnant with his child, and also, of course, we have Derek, Janie's ex-partner, coming back into her life and asking her to marry him. It's been seriously toxic, because we've been watching the whole rollout of emotions from our female lead character, Janie, who ultimately, when she can't cope, needs ice cream. So this was the whole thing, right, that we were talking about week to week when we were looking through, what was happening with the Love Audio Drama series, and we were trying to unpick, why is it that Janie needs ice cream when things are not going right? Well, it's obviously something that she uses to console herself, to cool her down, to kind of get her to regroup and recenter and to realign herself, bless her. And guys, if you remember from last week's episode, what took place? Well, what we saw ultimately happen was, as far as Janie was concerned, her relationship with Lance is over. She saw Lance and Stacey all loved up. Looking through her bedroom window, she could see into Lance's bedroom, and she saw in his room a baby's crib. She also saw what she perceived, anyway, as exchanges or, an interaction between Lance and Stacey. And as far as Janie's concerned, Lance is now in love with his, soon-to-be baby mama. And it looks like all is lost for Janie and Lance. But unbeknown to Janie, of course, Lance has his private thoughts, where he's actually in reflection about Janie as well. He's thinking about when they met, as is Janie thinking about when she met Lance. So both of them are hopelessly in love with each other, but it seems like what's going on in the present moment in terms of their interaction with their ex-partners, which are now their current partners. Yeah, guys, I know it's complicated, deeply complicated. It appears, guys, it appears, guys, that the relationship between our Janie and our Lance is over. It's finished. It's kaput. There can be no more, because Lance is about to become a daddy, and he's, you know, connected with Stacey. And now our Janie's about to get married to Derek. And if you recall, in terms of a recap from last week, because Janie was so convinced and is so convinced that her relationship with Lance is over, she actually went back to the table where a publicist was seated, somebody that Derek brought into their, you know, into their business connection. Derek had already gifted this publicist a Bentley, no doubt. And basically the deal on the table was that if Janie was prepared to have her marriage publicly, you know, out in the public domain, by way of using it as a marketing tool or resource to basically get her career really on track. And if you recall, that's exactly what happened. Janie's career has shot through the roof, you know, to the point where even Lance is Googling her on you know, the internet to find out where she's at and what she's doing. And you guys probably will recall, because we didn't get a chance to touch on this last week, but you would have heard yours truly, myself, in the mix, in the Love audio drama series, Bashira, talking about the fact that on my show, Bashira, the show, I was going to be interviewing Janie, our lead female character. But guys, look, listen, that is not even just something for Better Than Ice Cream. It's actually a true reality. It's about to manifest itself very shortly. We are going into production. Yes, guys, my own show. Yay! It's called The Bashira Show, and I cannot wait to let you know more information about it. So it's just amazing the way that Diana Copeland, our writer, wrote me into Better Than Ice Cream as a host, going to actually interview Janie, when in reality we are actually putting into production a real live show. A real live show, guys, The Bashira Show. So even though we're coming to the end of the amazing Love audio drama series Better Than Ice Cream, and myself as your host for that, you will be seeing more of me. Yes, you will, where you will get an insight into my life and what I do as a creativepreneur by way of being a singer, an actor, also a vocal and a voice coach, and a producer. So you'll get to see me up close and personal, and get to see how it is I interact with some of the people that are in my world. I cannot wait to have you on board and join me. But guys, let's get back to Better Than Ice Cream. It is the penultimate, the end episode of Better Than Ice Cream. Where will our writer Diana Copeland take this last amazing episode? Are you ready? Because I certainly am. I cannot wait to hear what happens next. Will Janie and Lance really be over? Your heart kind of wants them not to be, but you kind of recognize that, Lance has got these responsibilities, you know, because he's about to become a dad. But that doesn't mean, does it, that he needs to be in a relationship with Stacey? And equally, we know that Janie is not in love with Derek. So why is she getting married to him? Ultimately, of course, she's focused on her career. I think out of any of the characters in Better Than Ice Cream, when it comes to focusing on your career, me personally, that's where I would align myself. So I can completely get with Jamie's mentality. So see, guys, it's so like there's so much going on. It's Janie, Lance, Stacey, Derek, the mamas, the cat, the dog, the goldfish. No, not really. Not the cat, not the dog, not the goldfish. But certainly our Janie, certainly our Lance, and our Derek, and our Stacey. But yeah, there is so much going on that we have to wonder where it's all going to end up in this penultimate episode, the ending. I cannot wait to see what happens. So guys, grab yourself a bottle of wine and a glass, or a beer if that's your tipple, if that's your fancy. Sit back and let's listen into the last episode of Better Than Ice Cream.
This is the time. Look into your eyes. I look into your eyes. no longer mine. No, you're no longer mine. The silence was found. In silence we're bound. This is the night. Now you and this is the
Hey, Ma. Good morning.
Good morning. That was so sweet of you to take the living room couch while Stacy slept in your room. My son is such a gentleman. Mwah.
Yeah, well, I read that pregnant women should sleep in a comfortable bed and on their side because it provides blood circulation for her baby.
Oh, wow. Look at you, Mr. Father-to-be.
So what are you cooking?
Just eggs, pancakes, turkey sausage. You should wake Stacy now because everything's just about done.
All right. Ma, is that your phone?
No, mine's in my purse. It's probably Stacy's. Why don't you take it to her when you let her know about breakfast?
Okay. When I picked up Stacy's phone, I saw Derek's number on the screen. It had been embedded in my head since seeing him repeatedly calling Janie. But how the hell did Derek know Stacy? I read his text message. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm going to tell Janie the truth, and I encourage you to do the same with Lance. You shouldn't be expecting a baby that doesn't exist. What the?
Lance, honey, you look like you've seen a ghost. Are you okay?
I plopped down in the chair angrily and took the liberty of scrolling through Stacy's pictures. I saw the photo of Janie and I from the first day I arrived back home. And there were even shots of me putting letters in Janie's mailbox. Suddenly, the pieces to the puzzle came together in my head. I handed the phone to my mother. Her eyes widened as she read the text messages.
Are you kidding me? Stacy lied about being pregnant with my grandbaby? That little lying heifer.
My mom darted past me, headed upstairs. Mom, wait. Listen, I don't have another second to waste on Stacy. Quick. I need you to call next door and ask Janie's mom where she is.
Ooh, I can't. The way I carried on about Stacy, she's liable to hang up on me. She even talked about my favorite wig.
Hey, come on, Mom. You got to fix that.
My wig? You think it looks like a dog, too? Oh,
No, Mom. No. Fix your relationship with Janie's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, I got to go. I love you. I'll see you later.
But what about Stacy?
I'm sure you know how to handle it.
And where are you going with that big smile on your face?
I'm going to get my girl, Mom.
Mildred, I told you don't call me with that shit.
Oh, just stop hooping and hollering. I called to apologize. I was wrong, and I'm truly sorry.
You called to what? Has hell frozen over?
Very funny. I do have a conscience, but it seems like my son's ex-fiancée, Stacy, doesn't.
Say what now?
It seems the pregnancy was all a hoax from the beginning. Had my son reading baby books and putting baby cribs up.
And she caused my daughter all that heartache and grief, locked herself in the room and cried for 2 days.
Child, she's still upstairs and I can't wait for her to get down here. Wait a minute. Can you come over here?
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea.
Eric and I joined Khalid backstage at the press conference. Reporters were swarming the place like bees on honey. Are we doing this outdoors?
With the COVID restrictions, I think it would be best.
I love amphitheaters. There's nothing better than to be outdoors under the baby blue sky and radiant sun.
It's a very beautiful place.
Plus, it allows me to see the parking lot and keep an eye on Uncle Ben.
I'm still looking forward to having my own Uncle Ben. The one you promised? Oh my God, is that Tiara?
Janie, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh my God, girl, you didn't tell me you were coming.
Not support my girl on the biggest day of her life? No way.
Oh, thanks for being here. And this must be your little nephew, little Anthony. Hello there.
He's been exceptionally good all morning. I'm gonna have to check his temperature.
Oh, Tiara, you know Derek.
Hey, Derek.
And this is Khalid, my publicist.
Nice to meet you, Khalid.
It's a pleasure, darling. You two can sit right here next to me. We're about to get started.
Go get him, girlfriend.
I stood in the wings, holding my breath, waiting for my name to be called. This was a career-defining moment for me. So, why do I still feel so sad?
Stacy, breakfast is ready, honey. Come downstairs.
I'll be down in a sec.
Mildred, you sure you want to do this?
100%. Here she comes.
This is not godly. I can't do this.
Good morning, Mrs. Langham. Oh, hey, you're Big Head's mom, right? So you would be Mama Big.
You know what? Never mind. I'm in.
Stacy, sit down while I get your plate, honey.
Thanks. Did you see the baby crib? Lance did a great job. Where is he anyway?
Oh, he's out doing something for the baby.
Oh, how sweet. He's gonna be a great dad.
Here you go, sweetie.
What's this, Mrs. Langham?
Oh, you don't know?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, it's pig's feet mixed with watermelon and apple pie. When I was pregnant with Lance, I ate it every day.
Me too, child. When Janie was in my belly, I couldn't get enough of that stuff.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want it.
What? Then you definitely not pregnant. Everybody knows that pregnant women can't resist this.
I never met a pregnant woman that wasn't crazy about it. Are you sure you pregnant?
Oh, yes, I'm sure. And now that I think about it, it does smell good. Delicious.
There you go. Eat up, honey.
Spicy too. You didn't mention that.
Oh, that's just the jalapeno peppers.
Miss Langham, can I have some water?
Oh dear. She's asking for water. Mildred, you know what that means.
Yes, I do. Stacy, you may need to get another pregnancy test. If you need water with that dish, you ain't pregnant.
And I think I just might have an extra pregnancy test in my purse.
No, wait, no. What was I thinking? I don't need any water. But I think I need to throw up.
That's right. Get it all out, Stacy. Maybe some of them lies will come out with them pig's feet.
What?
Oh, and you should know, pregnant women really don't eat that.
So you lied?
Yep. Just like you lied about my grandbaby. Child, you know a lie can disrupt everybody's life.
But Lance wouldn't.
But no buts. Now go and get your things and your trifling behind out of here.
Fine. You know what? You can just run and tell both your little nappy-headed children this isn't over.
It ain't over.
I know she ain't talking about nappy with that taco meat at the back of her neck.
Oh, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. This crazy looking stuff. Girl, go get you some help.
Yeah, keep running before I stick my foot where the sun don't shine.
Get on from around here.
Keep running.
She's crazy. She is really crazy.
Now, with no further ado, author extraordinaire Janie McMillan.
Good morning, everyone. I had all this adrenaline going and I was ready to be enthusiastic. I was going to get up here and tell you that Black women are strong, Black women are resilient, and that they never break under pressure. But I can't. I have a confession to make. Being a strong Black woman is a stereotype, nothing more. And it's one that's been hurting women in the Black community for ages. It causes the world to think that we are not as mortal and susceptible as everyone else. It causes doctors to not take our ailments seriously as they do others. The myth of the strong Black woman has caused Black women to tuck their tears into their pillows, while white women's tears are said to move mountains. It even makes our own Black men discount us and be desensitized when we are truly hurting. I can't count how many times I've been going through something and was told, "You got this," or "Put your big girl pants on," when all I really needed was for someone to say, "How can I help?" So I hid and used food to cope. I didn't want anyone seeing this strong Black woman breaking down. But perhaps what being a strong Black woman is being brave enough to say, "I need help." Being okay with choosing what serves us best and dispelling the myth that nothing can break us. Because yes, Black women are strong, but we are also human.
When is the wedding with you and Derek James?
I glanced over at Derek. He smiled and gave me a nod of approval.
There will be no wedding, but I have no doubt that Derek James and I will be friends forever.
Are you doing a second book?
A second book? I shot a look at Khalid, who was shaking his head feverishly, mouthing the words,
Say no. Say no.
but the memory of Lance's voice rang much louder and clearer in my ears.
You literally owe it to the world to do a second book, Janie.
Yes! A second book is coming soon.
Oh my God. All my work is going up in shreds. Derek, what is this? What the hell is she doing?
Well, it looks to me she's being a strong Black woman, doing what serves her best.
Oh my God. I'm ruined.
Are there any more questions? I'm sorry, is someone speaking? I can't see. Is there someone in the back? Please step out and state your name.
Lance Langdon.
Lance?
Hey, Janie. I guess the first thing you need to know is that Stacy was never pregnant. I just learned that today. But there's something else I've known all of my life. Happiness literally seeps into me whenever I see you. It always has.
Lance walked closer to the podium as butterflies danced wildly in my stomach.
Janie, there are no words that can explain how sorry I am. Breaking your heart was the worst thing I've ever done, and I admit it took some time to realize it, but you're the person that makes me laugh, makes me cry, and challenges me to push myself. Janie, I'm in love with you, and if you'll have me, I want to explore what we can become together.
Yes, Lance. I will have you.
Janie came down from the podium and practically jumped into my arms. The softness of her skin and warmth of her body melted into mine. I held her face as our eyes connected. You know I'm your man, right?
Yes, I do.
And you're my...
I'm your girl.
That's right.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. The crowd loves it. This is great. Wait. My car. Where's Uncle Ben? It was right there. Tiara, have you seen my keys?
Oh no! Lil Anthony, get back here.
What?
So sorry, Colin. Lil Anthony.
Oh my God.
You can hear
He's
me.
got Uncle Ben, stop. Flag him down. Oh my precious Uncle Ben, this is preposterous. Stop him.
I'm so sorry, Colin.
And I think I'm going to pass out.
Oh, please forgive us, Colin. I'm so sorry. Lil Anthony, stop!
Oh my God, my precious car, my precious
Get back
car.
here. Anthony!
I think I'm going to pass out.
Stop right now!
Uncle Ben.
Lil Anthony, do you hear me?
Welcome back, guys! Yay! Janie and Lance! Woo! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They got it worked out and Stacey got exposed. Imagine that. She was never pregnant. She was never pregnant. She was never pregnant. That is so devious. So what was she going to do then? Get herself pregnant? Because she's going to have to materialize a baby, right? Had she not been exposed for being fraudulent, deceitful, a liar, trying to she actually ensnared our Lance and got him away from the woman that he loves. My goodness me. Stacey, tut, 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 tut. That girl is anything. When I say she's anything, I mean that she's like literally will put her mind to anything to get what it is she wants. And she wanted Lance and she was prepared to lie and say she was pregnant. Whoa. Well done on the mamas. Well done on Lance's mum and Janie's mum for coming together. That was an amazing trick to play on her. They told her straight, if you don't eat this melon and pig's feet, you ain't pregnant. And of course, Stacey needed to maintain appearances, so she ate that. Oh, gross. Absolutely disgusting. To then later find out that both the mums actually know that she's lying. And did you see how Lance dashed out of the house? He went to get his woman. Woo! And Janie butterflies in her stomach when she heard Lance call her name on the microphone. Wow, what an amazing conclusion to an amazing production. I am so happy that Janie and Lance found their way back to each other. True love can never be denied. And even when changes come, true love never leaves. It never leaves. Love is just that, real love. So I am super happy that the penultimate episode saw our Janie and Lance back in each other's arms where they both rightly should be. And Stacey scurried away. And well done to Derek, actually, for sending that text message to Stacey, which ultimately was seen by Lance to expose Stacey's whole debacle, where she was literally ensnaring Lance under the pretense that she was pregnant. She got exposed. And our Janie and our Lance are happily reunited. Wow. Well done to Diana Copeland, the writer and the producer of the Love audio drama series, Better Than Ice Cream. What a phenomenal job she's done. And equally to Julia Sadinsky for directing our phenomenal cast. And talking about cast, guys, just before we go to our social media engagement, I am really happy and pleased to let you know that I shall be conducting cast interviews. Yes, Janie, Lance, Stacey, Derek, the mamas will all be coming into the studio soon. I'll let you know when, and I will be interviewing them about their position and their character within Better Than Ice Cream and what it is they actually do outside of the production Better Than Ice Cream. I can't wait to get them in the studio with me. I shall keep you posted on the date on when that is going to take place. But in the meanwhile, let's have a look at our social media engagement. Let's have a look at our lovely audience across the world. What are they saying with regards to the penultimate episode of Derek and Lance and Stacey and Jamie and Stacey being exposed by Derek? Well done, Derek. Well done. So we have a question from Michelle from London, England. Yay! UK in the house. And she says, I laughed out loud at the two mothers getting back at Stacey. Girl, you and me both. Wasn't it great to see? Wasn't it absolutely great to see the mums humble themselves, you know, accept apologies, give apologies, recognize that ultimately they were all being played by Stacey, every single one of them. Even Derek, I think, to some extent was played by Stacey as well. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I laughed out loud as well with the mothers getting their own back at Stacey. She certainly deserved that. Pig's feet and melon, my gosh. Just to keep up her pretense rather of being pregnant, she was prepared to go all out and eat that. More better her than me. And let's see what our next question is from our lovely audience members. So Stacey said, this is not over. We want a season 2. And that's from Philippa in Germany. Germany, hey, in the house. So she's basically saying, Philippa from Germany is saying, Stacey said, this is not over. We want a season 2. Guys, I want a season 2 as well. Diana. We all want a season 2 of Better Than Ice Cream. Well, guys, look, listen. If there's going to be a season 2, I shall definitely let you know. It will be an absolute pleasure. I'm so happy I'm getting my words tongue-tied. It would be an absolute pleasure to bring you a second episode, not even episode, a second season of Better Than Ice Cream. It will be amazing. But talking about episodes, you can actually rewatch all of the episodes. All 8 episodes are watchable on our multimedia platforms like Roku, like Amazon TV, like Android, and there's some others as well that you guys are going to have to stay in touch with us here at the production for Better Than Ice Cream so that you can keep watching on rewind season 1 of Better Than Ice Cream while we wait tentatively to see if there will indeed be a season 2 of Better Than Ice Cream. I really hope there is, guys. Let's see if we have any more questions from the studio. Yes, we do. We have Abdu in Cape Town. Woo! Africa in the house. Amazing. And Abdu says, I love the message about the strong Black woman. I'm guilty of hiding when I need help too. Hey, Abdu, I think to some extent, all of us as Black women have been there where we have ultimately put our best foot forward, which is kind of like an English way of saying that, you know, I'm strong and proud and I'm going to be able to, you know, get over this and do X, Y, and Z. And we ultimately, we put ourselves forward, even when at times all we really want to do is retreat and just kind of recenter ourselves and take some time out and rest and really just give some self-care onto ourselves. But yeah, for sure, you know, ultimately the whole message about the strong Black woman has had to be unpicked, hasn't it? Because on face value, being a strong Black woman seems amazing, powerful, empowering. You know, ultimately it's all about alignment. But equally, in addition to that, the minus of that is that people's expectation from us as Black women is that we don't need that kind of sensitivity, that kind of tenderness, that is afforded to other women of other races because we as Black women are so strong. So it almost kind of regurgitates on us the whole concept of strong Black women. Yes, we are strong Black women. Yes, we are powerful. Yes, we are empowering. Yes, we are regal, elegant. We are queens in our absolute splendor. But equally, we are also tender, caring, loving, compassionate, endearing women with soft hearts who deserve to be treated with the respect afforded to all women across the world. So just because we are, you know, the embodiment of a strong Black woman, it doesn't mean that we don't need to be nurtured and cared for and respected and loved on and be loving as well to ourselves, you know, because ultimately that which we give ourselves, we are then in a position vibrationally to attract that back into us. So I love the fact that you've actually pointed to that in terms of the message about the strong Black woman. You know, I consider myself a strong Black woman, but equally I am a woman of love, of care, of tenderness, of compassion, and of heartfelt nurturing to myself and what I seek from people in my life as well. So excellent question. Thank you so very much. And guys, let's just check in to see if there are any more questions. Let's see. Yay! So we have Malika from Honolulu in Hawaii. I'd love to visit Hawaii. I'd love to go to Hawaii. And Malika asks, little Anthony is the baddest kid ever. Lol, laughing out loud. He is, right? He took Uncle Ben, the Bentley, he took the car keys and he said, I'm out of here. I'm about to get the ride of my life. And the publicist was literally having palpitations, you know, literally about to pass out. And then to find out that the child was actually driving, I think I'd react in the same way, to be honest. I mean, Bentleys are amazing cars, prestigious cars. And to have a child willy-nilly inside it, you know, literally you could hear the tires screeching in the road where he's mishandling such a powerful and valuable car. So I think, yeah, ultimately he's a bad boy for doing that. So guys, haven't you had fun week to week as we have engaged with the amazing love audio drama series Better Than Ice Cream? Hasn't it been fascinating watching our characters week to week and how it's all interplayed and interacted, you know, from watching the mums getting at each other, arguing obviously in support and defense of their children, to ultimately them humbling themselves, offering apologies, accepting apologies, and playing that trick back on Stacey when they all find out that she's been lying about her pregnancy. And let's just look at that a moment, because the fact that she was willing to go to such lengths to deceptively ensnare Lance and get Lance back into her life, like there's so many undertones to that. Like, what is that about? Is it that she was so in love with him that she couldn't do without him? Is it that she became so enraged and jealous that he was, you know, quickly advancing in another relationship with another woman, i.e. Janie? Or are there some almost underlying borderline mental health issues going on there as well? Because ultimately, you know, Stacey comes across as a strong Black woman, right? But being a strong Black woman and not nurturing yourself, not caring about yourself and putting yourself in a position to be nurtured and cared for can have some serious underlying implications. And it makes me wonder, ultimately, like, you know, to go to that extreme, to literally lie and say that you're pregnant when you're not pregnant, to deceive a man in order to hold him, to keep him, you know, in your life is wow, it's pretty deep, isn't it? And I actually feel quite sorry for her, because it's quite obvious that she actually does love Lance, but there's a level of toxicity to that love that you have to kind of question, is that true sincere love? I would say it certainly isn't sincere love, and it certainly isn't really true love, but it's a kind of love, isn't it? It's kind of morphed itself into something quite toxic and ultimately quite dangerous as well if she's prepared to actually lie as ultimately a lot of women have done. Let's keep this real now, guys, right across the world. Women have been doing this. They've been pretending that they're pregnant when they're not pregnant. Some of them actually ultimately get away with it because within them being able to attract back the man that they're after, they become pregnant. They ensure that they become pregnant to try and, you know, maintain the lie. But I just think that that is an extreme thing to do to keep a man in your life. When you want to wake up, ladies, knowing that the man beside you is beside you because he wants to be with you, and equally you want to be with him, and that it's not this whole backstory of complications and sordidness and lies and deception. It's like, oh, just the whole thought of it kind of makes my tummy turn. But some women literally go to those lengths. And I think ultimately we need to big up Derek for his willingness to really see our Janie happy. He knew that he couldn't make her happy. He knew that she was in love with Lance. And I think he also knew that Lance was in love with Janie. So he stepped up. He really became the man for me in terms of utilizing that masculine energy in a really positive way. And he just literally sent that text message, obviously expecting the message to be seen only by Stacey. But what he did was completely expose the charade, the pretense, the lie, the deception. And he said, I can't do this anymore. I need to see Janie happy, and Janie loves Lance, and I have to accept that she doesn't love me. And equally, Stacey, you're going to have to accept that Lance doesn't love you. I mean, the moment he found out, Lance, this is, that, you know, he'd been deceived, yeah, he was proper pissed off, and rightly so. But look at how he got that step back in his life, and he was like, you know what, I need to go find my woman. Where is Janie? And I kind of sat here like, yay! Janie and Lance, they're getting it back on. Amazing, you know. And poor Lance, that deception was, oh, that's entrapment. That's serious entrapment. But I'm glad that ultimately it got exposed, that he got back with Janie and Janie's back with Lance, where they rightfully, I feel, belong, because that's true love. And Stacey, girlfriend, you are going to need to go and get some professional help. You're going to have to look at the level of toxicity that you were prepared to bring to the table to ensnare the man that you supposedly love. And I have to say supposedly, because maybe she's actually just lusting after him. Maybe she's lonely, you know, having come out of a relationship with Lance where ultimately they were going to get married, you know, so they were at that level where it was really serious, and then it crashes because Lance basically says, no, I can't go through with this. And so, you know, obviously Stacey's desperate to get him back, that she then spins this lie that she's pregnant. Stacey, girl, and girls like Stacey, don't do it. It's not worth it. You want that man in your life because he loves you, and he's with you because he loves you, not because of some deception, not because of some sordid lies. It's not worth it. You know, these things I think ultimately have a way of coming back round. And I'm sure many of us can attest to the fact that there's probably women that we know who have done things like this, had babies by guys that they don't, you know, the guys don't really love the women, and then ultimately what happens is two things. Either the guy will step out of the life of the woman, he'll still be there for the child, but sometimes it's even worse where he won't even be there for the child because he's so, I don't know, so not into the woman, which is a big shame. I think that if you have a child with a woman, you need to step up and you need to ensure that you maintain the responsibilities as a father, and you can't negate the child. The child is love, you know, and you have to do your best to raise that child to the best of your abilities. So I'm glad ultimately that Stacey got exposed, that Lance got back his girl Janie, and Janie got back her guy Lance, and they are off in the sunset, about to live happily ever after. And we shall have to see, guys, is there a season 2? I wonder where season 2 could take us. It's so exciting. I really can't wait to see what happens. So guys, listen, it's now the end of this segment. It's now the end of Better Than Ice Cream season 1 for now, and we'll have to wait and see if there's a season 2. It's been my absolute pleasure being your host week to week as we've listened through to the amazing Love audio drama series and our wonderful cast. And I'm so glad that it's had a happy ending. Like I said previously, there will be cast interviews that I will be conducting shortly, and I'll let you know when that will be happening. And equally, the Bashira show is about to go into production. I am so excited. I cannot wait to share what content will be involved in that. But for now, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart and the top for always joining me week to week and being the most amazing audience, interacting with me, phenomenal questions that's allowed us to have, really amazing engagement. It's been phenomenal, a real trip. So guys, I so look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And remember, love, true love really does make the world go around. Stay safe. I'm Bashira from London, England, your host, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime real soon. Take care. Bye.